Bruh, you're such a nerd.
Good enough.
That works.
Yeah,
That works. Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Already Distracted. Ooh, bump the mic. Great way to start. And I'm joined, of course, by my very amazing co-hosts, Taylor and Ben. Hi, boys.
Hello.
How's everyone doing?
Good.
Spectacular.
How are you
I'm doing good. I got my swivel chair back, so I'm happy. Swivel!
Hey,
Swivel!
there we go.
today? I
Swivel!
love the swivels.
Oh,
I
As
mean,
you guys know, because I can't sit
swivel.
How
You
dare
can't?
Well, I was gonna say I have a swivel chair, but if I do, it sounds like an old man standing up. So I just gotta like.
Today's topic, I've decided upon animation, cartoons, all the things. Yeah, that. All that good stuff.
Animation and stuff.
Yes, because everyone I know likes cartoons. I know you guys like some
That's true.
cartoons.
I mean, I haven't watched his YouTube channel in a long time, but he's alright, I guess. Ha, I know, I'm so funny.
Wait, I'm confused.
He's a YouTuber.
Oh, I was like,
I thought you'd know him. He's played with Vanoss and Delirious a lot.
oh, cartoons. Oh, that just clicked with
I'm
me.
over here like Taylor. I'm not trying to
Starting
judge
it
you.
over.
I know
Start-
you're not.
So,
Oh man.
to start it off, though, I thought it would be fun to show you guys what is considered the very first cartoon ever.
Oh, okay.
Ever made.
Oh okay.
Ever made commercially, at least, as far as we know. So, give me 1 second.
There we go.
So I can...
Alright.
So, this is what is considered to be the very first, commercial cartoon. It was made by Emil Cole in 1908.
Good.
All right.
Using...
Is it gonna be racist?
No. It's actually very... well, you'll have to see. It's actually very...
What?
simple.
Oh, okay.
Right,
I
like,
mean,
take
there
a
are
drink.
some cartoons back then, like
Hey.
Peter Pan. We'll get into it. Oh.
Oh, yeah. So you can tell how animation's changed quite a bit there.
No, this is the exact
Yeah.
same, I swear.
Not gonna lie, I feel like I'm on an acid trip right now.
Yeah,
bit.
kind of. Yeah, it's, yeah.
Oh,
That looks like a good time.
sign me up. Oh my. Okay.
It really is a drug trip. It really is.
Stop motion.
Oh, now there's an. Right. This must have taken forever.
Seriously.
1908. Yeah, it's... Yeah. Very
There we go,
ingenious,
Emil
though.
Cole.
And that's
Pretty
it.
cool.
That is the whole thing.
Wow.
So that is Phantasmagory. Yeah, so that guy is considered one of the very first animations ever. Obviously very different from what we know now. So, after seeing that, what are some of you guys' favorite cartoons?
Huh.
That might be up there after watching that.
It might be up there now. He's like, I just like the acid trip. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty good.
Favorite
Not
cartoons.
bad. Or maybe,
Cartoon.
maybe,
Are we-
Has to
okay.
be in there.
maybe I'll make it
Oh,
more,
I was about
more
to say
vague.
that.
Maybe like cartoons. Let's start with your favorite cartoons maybe growing up.
My wife and I were showing our daughter like cartoons we saw growing up, and
Yeah.
she was pulling up like Max and Ruby and like all of these super old stuff. Those shows are creepy.
There's a few that are,
It-
yeah, a
Although
little
Little
disturbing.
Bear has become one of Jack's favorite shows.
I
Shows Little Bear
watched-
and he loves it.
The Bear Stained Bears all the time.
One of my big ones was always Ed, Ed and Eddie. I loved Ed, Ed and Eddie growing up.
Was not allowed to watch that show.
There's a lot of people.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried to turn it on, and my parents were like, nope,
Like, no.
that's not good for
Gumball?
you.
I loved Gumball.
Gumball.
Oh, The Amazing World of Gumball is... But
The Bananas is my
the
favorite.
the one that sticks with me, I would watch all the time without fail, was Caillou.
I never liked Caillou.
Oh,
Caillou, the
little
bald kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlie
Not gonna
Brown,
lie,
the tall one.
Caillou?
He creeped me out.
Caillou's kind of a dick. Not gonna lie. Rewatching it, he's mean to everyone.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Let's see.
why?
Dragon Tales.
Dragon Tales. Oh, I forgot.
Maggie and the Ferocious Beast. Nobody
Oh,
ever
yeah.
remembers that one.
It was
I
it's
thought
the
it was
yellow with like red polka dots,
yeah,
right?
with the red polka dots
Yeah.
and the spots come off.
Yeah.
I
don't
have brought
remember
that
that
up
one.
with my siblings, with friends, and I thought I was insane until I told my wife about it. She goes, "Oh yeah, Maggie and the Ferocious Beast." I'm like, "Oh my gosh,
Of course.
I'm not
Of course
crazy.
she would know.
I'm not
You know
crazy."
She knows everything. Speaking of Dragon Tales, can I go on a tangent really
Go
quick?
for it.
What podcast are you on, Ben? You know we can go on tangents.
That's the whole point. That's
So, the most vivid memory of a nightmare that I have is involved with Dragon Tales.
really.
Dragon Tales.
Yes.
Okay.
So obsessed with that show as a kid. You know, the dragon skill. I wish with all my heart to
Yeah.
something land a dragon. Anyway, you know how it goes.
Yeah.
But as a kid, I had a dragon blanket, and it was one of, I was gonna say 3D blanket. A blanket's already 3D, but it was one of those blankets that's been embroidered, so it's like stuffed with cotton. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah.
So there's a dragon on there with this rainbow, and
Aw.
I remember as a kid, I had a dream one night where I had a dragon scale. And so I put the blanket down in my dream on the ground, and I got out my dragon scale. I was super excited, and I said I wish with all my heart to go to the land of whatever. And so in this dream, the dragon scale lights up, and I'm super excited, and the blanket lights up, and I'm freaking out as a kid. Like, I'm going to see the dragons.
Whoa.
All of a sudden, scorpions just explode out of this this blanket. Scorpions and spiders just everywhere, and they crawl on the ground, and they crawl over me, and they're biting me and stinging me. And
Wow.
I'm screaming, holding this dragon scale, and then I woke up crying.
Bro, are you
Oh.
okay? Like, mentally?
Like, that's horrible. I think we just gave some
Yeah.
other people some nice vivid dreams tonight. You're welcome.
I think I was about 5 though, which is,
Oh,
you know,
man.
I probably watched The Mummy Returns, and when all those beetles come out of the ground
Oh, whoa.
and go inside
yeah.
of people.
Nice
I
creepy
think
crawly.
I love those movies, but that.
Yeah, the scarabs. Oh, those are you.
No, thank you.
Oh.
You know, it's kind of
Yeah,
funny.
but-
When I was a kid, I never had like nightmares about. My nightmares were never normal. Okay, so like, my dad was a huge horror movie guy, and I was like 8, and I watched like the original Halloween,
Oh, no.
Friday the 13th,
Oh,
all
boy.
those. Never got a nightmare, not one. You know what movie gave me nightmares until I was like 6?
Huh.
What?
Scooby-Doo Zombie Island.
Seriously?
I would have horrible nightmares
That's a
of the
good
zombies
one.
coming out of the ceiling. But yet, a guy slicing someone in half, totally fine. Slept like a baby.
It's normal.
No.
It's normal.
If you slept like a baby, then you slept terribly. I hate
Okay.
that saying. Can I just say
You know,
that?
that's true.
I hate the saying "slept like a baby" because it's a
Fat lie.
That's
babies
that's
do
actually
not
true.
sleep through the night. I just
No.
My
No,
my
they
daughter
don't.
does.
Does she?
Yeah,
Why aren't you just special, Ben?
she is special.
Bobby was up until 5 a.m. last night.
Oh.
Oh my! You gotta have him watch Dragon Tales. That'll put him to sleep.
Or maybe
Maybe.
give him
Maybe he'll
scorpion
have
nightmares.
Yeah,
Oh my
scorpion
gosh.
nightmares.
So yeah, apologies if I'm yawning. I'm friggin' tired.
Oh, I just. Yeah, that's okay. You know what I just
Yeah.
realized? I'm wearing the perfect shirt for today.
Wow.
I got Bug
Yeah,
Bunny.
What's up, Doc?
I'm just wearing a black shirt with a spider on it.
Oh, speaking of creepy crawlies, we
Sorry.
And I
back
look
on
like a
topic.
grandpa.
back in my day, the cartoons didn't have any color. We didn't even have cartoons. We threw rocks across the pond. That was our entertainment.
And the war.
And
we're-
the war was the entertainment.
oh, that's
Radio shows.
Yeah, that's horrible.
radio shows,
Nah.
superheroes.
But oh my
mean-
goodness. Oh, and of course SpongeBob. We got to put SpongeBob in there.
I
Especially with
was
the
not
Super
allowed
Bowl.
to watch that as a kid.
I wasn't supposed to be allowed to, but that went out the window pretty quick.
This
It's
is why Ben is
yeah.
so much smarter. This is why.
no,
Rotted
that's
my
not
brains.
true because
When
I would watch it anyway.
Rip
Yeah,
my
But
pants.
okay, I wouldn't really watch cartoons as a kid, other than my dad would watch. We would watch Johnny Quest and the
Oh,
old
that was a good
Scooby Doo
one.
with him.
Yeah.
When I think of cartoons, I think of being 13, 14, because I also, like, other than the few I brought up, like Dragon Tales, Maggie the Ferocious Beast, I didn't watch a ton of as a kid. We were out and about quite a bit. We had a big yard when I was younger, so...
Yeah, I miss my backyard too. We had a lot of fun doing
There we go.
random shenanigans back there.
Ben
Maybe this will just be the
Oh.
nostalgia episode instead of just animation. I won't be a kid again.
Okay, wait. Because we're talking about cartoons.
Uh-huh.
Who was your childhood cartoon crush?
Lola Bunny. 100%.
Oh,
100%.
there we go.
Fight me, internet. You know it's true. That's
what
why
is
they
her
made her
name?
less curvy in the new one.
Danny
I thi-
Phantom,
Got
I-
some cake.
I believe that's where furries came from.
his goth friend.
Who?
I have to.
Danny Phantom. You guys remember that show?
Oh, the girl
Yes.
best
Goth
friend.
chick.
Yeah.
Here, I'll show you guys a picture.
Wasn't her name like Sam or something like that?
Yes, thank you.
Sam? Yeah. Yeah, I remember Danny Phantom.
We're not looking up cosplays. That's not happening.
Oh, yeah, he is.
No.
He's about to go down a
There
whole
was-
different kind of rabbit
Here,
hole.
this is Sam from Danny Phantom. That
Gotta
is not
catch
what
him
I-
all, 'cause he's Danny Phantom. Yep. I remember.
Sam.
I remember her.
Oh, really?
I'm
Yep.
kind of surprised that I remembered her name, to be honest.
All
I'm
right.
proud.
I'm going to post a picture in the Discord because I can't stream it on my phone.
Okay.
Here we go. Call me basic, but as a kid, Roxanne took my heart from the Goofy movie.
Yeah, there's,
Oh,
you're not alone in that
Roxanne.
boat.
Gorsh, she sure is pretty,
Lots
Maxie.
of people share that.
Gorge. That's when my heart pitter pattered a little bit.
Yeah.
Well,
a
especially
kid, I
like,
was
the way
like-
they draw her at the beginning in like the dream sequence.
Yes,
Yeah.
I watched that recently. I was like, no wonder why I was aroused.
There was no need for her to be that curvy.
I had a whole conversation about this with my sister-in-law the other day for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, also Jamie Neutron's mom.
You're gonna have to fight Carl for that one. Hey, what do you guys want to do today?
Sat on a cucumber once. Changed my life.
It's your mom.
It changed my life.
Oh, that show.
Sorry, that's Jimmy Neutron's
A
dad.
Fairly Odd
Very
Parents.
Odd Parents.
Yeah.
What, were you
His
picking?
mom.
Oh,
I
his
I
mom.
was into moms back then. Very
Okay,
maternal
speaking of
figures.
moms, you guys remember the show Kim Possible?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Kim Possible's
Yes.
mom?
I don't remember
I'd
her mom
agree.
as much, but I remember her. She was another one I think that.
yeah.
A picture Kim
Yeah.
Possible but better looking. That's her mom.
Ah,
Yeah.
well,
See, cartoons were good back in the day.
they really were. I feel like they all the horny jokes aside, they really were good. Like the animation style.
Cartoon
Like, do you
moms.
realize that Ed, Edd n Eddy was one of the last cartoons that they actually did like full 2D renders on?
Yeah.
Really?
That was one of the very last ones. Like they would actually do everything 2D.
Dang.
Now everything's digital, obviously, but yeah,
Yeah.
that was the very last
Yeah.
one. That's what kind of gave it that signature style, like how it looks like they're, how do I say it without making people feel icky, like where their skin's moving, like their outlines moving.
Yeah.
the whole time.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Kind of
That's
like
why.
the blur.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why.
Ocean blur.
Oh.
Yeah, that is why. It's because that was one of the last ones. A little bit of cartoon history. I really like cartoons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cartoons are good.
That's
I'm
why I
currently
really would love
watching
someone to animate our last one.
I guess it's anime, not necessarily cartoon, but I mean, isn't that,
That
essentially
counts.
the same
No,
thing?
Animation.
people
It's
will
just
fight
like
you though.
Japanese
They'll
animation.
say anime's different.
Yeah, that's
It's
kind of why I'm
still
separating the
animation.
two. But like Full Metal Alchemist, I know you hate it, Ben, but oh, it's so good.
I love Full
I don't hate it. It's
Yeah.
just like, I don't know, like a bran muffin. Not too special. It's just, it's there. I'll eat it, but it's not my go-to.
I think it's pretty
Everyone who's a big fan, Ben's address is no, just kidding.
good. Just doxing.
Doxing for the internet. No, I love that one.
1219 Q Street.
But I mean, oh, do you know what cartoon messed me up as a kid?
Other than Dragon Tales, apparently.
Obviously, Dragon Tales.
Well, yes, not really messed me up. The Land Before Time.
Dude, that
Oh.
first movie? Oh my god.
Yeah,
I didn't see that
when
till I
his
was like 20.
mom dies.
It's so sad.
That beginning. But I will say, no movie in the history of the world has ever made a freaking leaf look so delicious
Right?
than The Land
I
Before
almost
Time.
ate salad once because of Land Before Time.
That's
I would
how they
eat
tricked us.
leaves outside to be dinosaurs. Oh, it tasted awful.
So
but
bad.
I was like, in the movie, it was good.
It looked so good in the movie. Like Honey in Winnie the Pooh. Speaking of which,
Oh,
that's a
right.
really
Oh,
great cartoon.
seriously.
It looked like
That-
nacho cheese
Oh, right?
to me.
It looks so good. And it always made me want to try Honey, and then I go try Honey, I'm like,
Like, well,
I'm
that's
not a
Yeah.
big
what I
Honey fan,
thought.
no. I can
No?
eat it now, but as a child, no.
Yeah, Land Before Time. That's how they
Yeah.
tricked us. How to eat salads. Smart.
It's true. How to
Oh,
deal
I
with loss,
still don't
too.
eat salad. Never did. Never got me.
Yeah, dealing with loss at a young age.
Oh, have you guys seen the movie? I remembered, like, so we're talking about cartoons from when we were younger. The one I remember most watching all the time. Have you seen Once Upon a Forest?
I'm gonna Google that because it sounds
Once
familiar.
Upon a Forest.
I believe that's the name. I have to Google it right
It
now.
is
too.
1993.
Quick Google
film.
break.
Yes,
Got to do a quick Google break here.
yes, I have seen this. It creeped me out as a child.
No, this one. I mean, it was about humans
Oh.
polluting. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
So
Yeah.
you know what you're talking about cartoons
Okay.
that freaked us out. Like the first 3D renders of or the first 3D-ish movies with like animals being humanized, whatever that's called, I forget the word. Those always creep me out. Friggin'
Yeah.
there's the mouse one about moving to America.
Fievel Goes West?
Yeah,
yeah,
Fievel.
that movie creeped me out as a child.
Oh, I guess Fievel Goes West, the second one. But
Yeah.
I'm not sure. An American Tail. That's
An
the
American
first
Tail.
one.
Yeah, that's the
The
first
Brave
one. Yeah,
Little
yeah, yeah.
Toaster? No, thank you.
Dude, that one
That-
kind of
Those
messed me up.
movies
Too.
Sounds
creep me
good.
out, dude.
The one that messed me up was the junkyard scene where they're like, you know, getting rid of like all the cars and stuff, and they're just crushing them. You're like, wait, that car was talking, and now he's being smashed to pieces. Forgot about that one. You know what cartoon
This
really
is
messed me
super
up though?
nostalgic. What?
I know you guys have seen this. Fox and the Hound when she leaves Todd.
Uh-huh.
When she takes
Yeah.
him to the forest and leaves. That messed me up as a kid too.
That
It's like,
one's-
he's leaving him. She's leaving him in the forest. He's gonna
See,
die.
I don't remember Fox and the Hound very well. I know I watched it. All I know is that every time it's brought up, something in my brain goes, we can't watch that movie.
we can't watch that movie.
Oh, jeez.
Something
No,
about
no.
that movie must have scared me
Trauma
or
just
something.
locked away.
But I don't know why. I don't know. I haven't seen it since I was like maybe 6. And something in that movie apparently I did not like. Maybe I'll go watch it and figure out what that was.
There we go.
Taylor comes back with a twitch and he's just crying. He's like, I made a mistake.
Abandonment.
Which is funny though because Bambi, that one made me laugh when his mom got shot.
You're a horrible human being.
Shocked.
I hate
Hey,
Bambi, dude.
We're gonna.
Why
have
is that
to-
funny to you?
I don't know. know.
We're gonna have to
It's
take
not
a
funny
quick
to
break.
me now as a child for some reason. I guess
That's funny.
I'm
Yeah.
all messed up in
man.
the head. I guess.
And I thought you were a very kind individual. I'm starting to wonder now. No, I'm just kidding. Oh,
10 signs that you're a childhood psycho.
It's not
I-
funny to me now, but back then, for some reason, I thought it was.
I have a friend who is terrified of that episode of SpongeBob where they go to rock bottom,
Oh yeah.
like the really deep dark area.
You mean that's
and
not an
he's-
episode, dude? That's the movie.
No. There's an episode where SpongeBob and Patrick, like, they're going to Glove World, but they get dropped off at the wrong stop.
Oh, that's
Remember?
right.
And there's a guy
Yeah.
that walks up and he's just
Yeah, that one was kind of creepy.
thank you. Yeah, that one.
And they couldn't
Oh, I know what
understand
you're
what
talking
he
about.
was
I had to-
saying.
Scour the memory.
Yeah, he used to. Yeah.
You
my
want to
buddy
know
was scared of
something
that one.
funny about people being afraid of cartoons? Ben knows Bluey.
Yeah.
Do you know Bluey?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Okay, my kids
Bluey.
love Bluey.
Bluey.
Unicorse. Ben?
Yeah.
Devin, do you know
Yeah,
the Unicorse
I know what you're
episode?
talking about.
I don't think I've seen that one.
The second Unicorse pops on the screen, Bobby
Are they scared?
is terrified.
No,
It is so
not
funny.
having it.
This guy right here. Here, I'll stream it for you since you haven't seen it, Devin.
Yeah, I've only
It's-
seen like an episode.
Why
an
is it
episode.
that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I've only seen like one or two episodes because I don't have any kids right now, so
Here, I'll
only
just
seen it,
drop
like,
an
in
image.
passing.
Instead of streaming it, I'll just drop an image.
You can just enjoy it on your. You don't need kids to watch Bluey.
Dude, for reals, me and Brooke watch it sometimes for date night.
do
Yeah.
you? Watch Bluey.
Yeah.
Well, I said yeah, like I'm there. I'm not there on their date nights.
No,
but
he's not. There you go.
I-
That's Unicorse. For some reason, this, I think it's a cute
Oh,
little
okay.
unicorn puppet. Scares the crap out of my 2-year-old.
no, it's.
Well,
He's
odd.
not scary.
not only one of the 2-year-olds. The other one isn't scared. He'll cry if Bobby starts freaking out too much, but other than that, he doesn't care about Unicorse.
You know that is really
there we go.
really surprising that scares him. But hey,
Yeah.
like I said, you never know. I could watch scary movies when I was a kid, but then I'd watch Scooby Doo Zombie Island that's made for kids, and I'd have nightmares.
Scare the
So
heck out of you.
you just never know. But like as an adult though,
Oh, that's what it was.
I think I love cartoons even more now than when
Oh,
I
yeah.
was a kid.
See,
Like,
I'm just
especially
barely
the
getting
old
into
ones.
anime, and I kind of wish I had watched it when I was younger because there's
That's
some
what it
pretty
was.
good ones out there.
So, did you tangent again? Thinking of like scary characters, did you ever watch Fern Gully?
Oh yeah, Fern Gully. Yep.
Google.
Do you remember Hexus?
Yeah. Everyone remembers.
Like- This guy, this is a kid show, and then there's the
Oh, did you just drop
pollution
an
dude.
image?
Yeah.
Because
Have I
I'm
seen
Batty.
this?
That's what I remember.
Oh no, this was another one with the animation style that creeped me out. My cousin loved this movie.
Yeah, it's
Fern
like
Gully.
Hexus was
Oh
terrifying.
yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh, Hercules!
Oh yeah,
Oh.
I
Hercules
love
is
that
good.
one. Freaking Hades is
Hercules.
probably one of my favorite characters.
Babe, calm down. It's only half.
I relate. The more I get older, Hades is
Yeah,
the person I relate to most.
yeah.
It's true.
But-
In fact, there's our engagement question. As you've gotten older, what cartoon characters did you hate as a kid that you now relate to, and why is it Squidward or Hades?
Why is it Squidward? or Hades?
I relate to Squidward so freaking much.
SpongeBob. You sound like
You know who
Minecraft
I relate
villager.
to in a strange way? Doofenshmirtz.
Barry the Platypus.
Hi. Balloony.
A
Heinz Doofenshmirtz.
Barry the platypus.
Oh yeah, Doofenshmirtz. Even the opening track is
I
good.
agree.
Freaking Bowling for Soup. There's 104 days.
Yeah,
That's all I can
4
do.
days of
I'm
summer
not going to
vacation.
because I don't need to, but I think I could still do that entire intro.
Oh, I can.
I know I can. 100%. What is one like animated movie that you cry watching to this day? No matter how many times you watch it, it still gets you.
That's a good question, actually.
The last episode out on Disney Plus in America of Bluey. I don't know. Maybe it's just because Rusty and his sister relationship reminds me of me and Anna's relationship, and it's just sweet to me. But every time it gets
Oh yeah.
not like bawling, but like most. I've never watched a movie
Tear
that
up,
makes
not
me
yeah,
bawl, but yeah,
not like
tear up.
sobbing.
So
Yeah,
that's a sweet one.
I think the ones that we talked about earlier, like Land Before Time, Fox and the Hound, like those ones still as an adult still kind of make me.
Because
Just a
as
little.
a kid,
Just
I
a
can't
little.
really think of any movies I watched as a kid that make me tear up.
I think there were two movies for me. First one was Brother Bear.
Oh, Brother Bear's good.
It's a good one.
That one gets me every time. As a kid, it got me a lot because my older brother, he's like an idol for me. And so when Sitka dies and then comes back,
However, I will say
like,
it's not animated, but there is a movie that to this day still makes me tear up a little bit. As I saw as a kid,
Barbie.
Eight Below.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I haven't seen that in a
Huskies
I don't know that
die
one.
to save their sled rider.
It's all about sled dogs.
Okay.
It's really
It's so sad.
yeah, movies in general. A guy gets shot. Okay, whatever. Oh yeah, it's a human. A dog gets shot. I turn off the movie.
The dog
Like, it's
doesn't
not
get
worth
shot.
it anymore.
I think 6 of the dogs die keeping their owner warm in the winter storm, so he lives. 6
Yeah, any movie where a dog dies. That's just
Times
too
6.
Not
much.
just one.
6.
Not just one.
6 dogs. I think.
Oh, I know.
So sad.
The opening to Up.
Yeah.
Oh my.
That one doesn't tear me up, but that
that
one's a
one.
sweet one.
That one destroyed me
Now-
the first time I saw it. Oh,
I
After
used to
being
play that
married,
intro all
watching
the
that?
time. Yeah.
I know it's even worse now being married. It's so much worse. It's such a good movie
It's
though.
when-
I love Up.
When I'm super sad, I'll play the Up theme song and just sit in the shower and cry.
That's fair.
Oh,
Just
Ben, do you need a
try to
hug?
relate with Carl.
Oh,
No, I'm good now.
actually,
I
do have
listen
one.
to it.
This is gonna
Okay.
sound
Okay.
weird, but it's just because it hits me way too hard as the middle child. Have you guys seen Encanto?
Yeah.
Do you know the
Yes.
song "Surface Pressure"?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one hits me so hard.
Really?
You know my family situation, Ben, so you understand. But oh my gosh, that one impacts me so
Yeah.
hard. I love that song. It's so good.
How can we traumatize the children the most in the
Right?
first 30 seconds of this film?
All right. Parents die in the first 30 seconds. What else can we throw in there? Come on, guys.
Well, I have to check if it's true, but I heard, like, there are no parents, or, like, most of the parents die. Now, the more that I'm saying it, I think this is a dream I had. But I think Walt Disney's mom died or something like that. So he didn't want to add in parents in the beginning, or that's why. All the Disney princesses don't have moms. It's because I have to look this up.
I mean, maybe. Huh.
You know how you say something as you start talking, you're like, that doesn't sound true.
But it might be.
She died at the age of 70 of asphyxiation.
Is that real? Did you look
yeah,
it up?
Yes.
Oh, this is from MTV. It has to be true.
Mine's from Best
Oh.
Life, so you know it's true.
It doesn't have the author.
Oh
Of
boy,
course.
that's super trustworthy.
A terrible truth from inside the House of Mouse.
Oh boy.
Okay. Walt Disney, in early 1940s, when he was still living at this house, also bought a house for his mom and his dad to move into. Han. I don't know who Han is. Oh, Don Han. Oh, he's a producer. Okay. Han explained. He had the studio guys come over and fix the furnace, but when his mom and dad moved in, the furnace leaked and his mother died.
Of asphyxiation. Yep.
Oh.
The housekeeper came in the next morning and pulled his mother and father out on the front lawn. His father was sick and went to the hospital, but his mother died.
Oh.
That is what the article I was reading said. So
Talking about Walt, he can never talk about it. Nobody ever does, Han continued. Speaking of Walt, he never spoke about that time because he personally felt responsible because he had become so successful that he said, "Let me buy you a house." Though no fault of his own, the studio workers didn't know what they were doing. There's a theory, and I'm not a psychologist, but he was really haunted by that.
Wow.
That's terrible.
All right.
Yeah, if that is true, then dang. That,
Oh, man.
No wonder.
That makes me really sad.
We're going to have to switch the title of this episode a third time to now Childhood Trauma. No. the
Right.
trauma episode.
I'll be backing out if we're talking about childhood trauma.
No,
have a good
Yeah,
one.
I don't
no.
blame you.
He's like,
we don't
"Bye."
need to open that box, Taylor.
No, we don't.
Oh, man, that's terrible. But, I mean, that would make sense, though, as
Save
to
that for my
why.
therapist.
There you go. By the way, if you need help, get therapy. Seriously.
It's good. Therapy's
Good
great.
thing.
BetterHelp.
I love Therapy.
Wow, okay.
Ah,
Well, that
cartoons,
really killed the mood.
Cartoons.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
What?
Like,
Ooh, yeah.
so
Aang.
good. Sokka,
Those were always good.
loved him. He's probably my favorite character in the whole series.
Tom's
I
the
found-
best.
Have you ever heard of Yoink of the Yukon?
Yoink of the Yukon?
Yoink of the
Familiar.
Yukon.
Sorry, I'm a
Okay.
very image-oriented person.
No. So, Yoink of the Yukon, they used to have... So, you
Yeah.
guys remember back when they had, like... They would sell them on VHS. Yeah, we're that old, we have VHS. Shut up. So, remember when they had the VHSs, but, like, they'd have, like, a bonus cartoon at the end sometimes, and it'd be like, what a cartoon! And then they'd have, like, a short or something.
Yeah.
It was one of those. It was one of those kind of things. So, like...
I have to look this up.
I think they actually
I
did
just did,
run
yeah.
like a few episodes, but they only made like a few. But it was so freaking funny.
Yeah. It looks familiar. I may have seen it in like a YouTube video.
Yoink
or
of the-
something, but-
No, I have
Yoink of
no
the
idea what this
Yukon
is.
brave and he's swift. Do, 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 do. Yeah. Anyway, it was funny. But I've never met a single person who's seen it.
Barbarian.
Oh, Dave the Barbarian. That was a good one too. I like that
Most
one.
people I know have it.
Yeah.
I don't know that one when I bring it up. I loved that one.
But like the whole thing
That
that
one
even
makes
made me
no
think
sense.
of animation was just like we all grow up with cartoons. Like cartoons are such a big part of all of our lives. Like
Yeah.
you talk to anyone and there is a cartoon that they grew up watching, or that they love, or that
That's
they watch
true.
with their kids, or you know, even when we were kids. I don't know if you guys did this. I did. I'd stay up late until like Toonami and Adult Swim would come on and watch like the animes and like King of the Hill, Family Guy,
I wasn't
South Park,
allowed to
all of
watch
those.
any of those as a kid.
Oh, I
Yeah.
wasn't either. I just stayed up and watched them. Sorry.
There are some things about Family Guy that I see clips and I'm like, how was this allowed on air? It's terrible.
It's a funny show.
But
It is.
I would argue that the golden age of cartoons is over.
Probably, yeah.
Like
yeah.
looking at all the new I don't even know the new stuff now, but what comes out on Disney Plus or stuff, I'm
There's
like, this is
some
garbage.
exceptions. Like we've established Bluey, because that one's amazing.
Yeah.
Every
Um,
once in a while.
But
They'll have a good
also,
one.
Bluey airs on Disney Plus, but it's not actually Disney.
I was gonna
I
say
know
it's
the
different.
Australian
Maybe the
broadcast
era
something.
of Disney just needs to come to an end. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
I just feel like most of their stuff lately is so downhill.
Yeah. It's one of the changes. Maybe going from like animation has definitely changed. I think now.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's just that weird thing where like we're getting older, so now the cartoons suck. Because you know our parents, they used to say the same thing like, "This is garbage." Back in my day, we had Looney Tunes and Mickey Mouse, and but I
Oh,
find
boy.
myself doing the I found myself doing the same thing,
Yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah.
But
It's probably just
I
a generational
re-
thing, but
but I also really do think the animation is.
How to Train Your Dragon?
Oh yeah, I love that.
Okay,
one.
that's different.
That's good.
Oh, that one makes me actually.
Yeah, that one.
The
tears
second one
me up.
makes me cry every
Forgot about
time.
that
Does
one.
it?
That one is so
Toothless
good.
kills Stoic.
To this day, people who don't even aren't from our generation, younger generations, I still get the soundtrack from that movie in my feed on memes and stuff from the young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
The
younger
Test Flight
generations,
song.
because I'm getting old now. But
Because I'm old.
yeah, the test flight. Yeah, you know what I mean. I used to play that song on my trumpet all the time. Oh, How to Train Your Dragon is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
every so often they have a really good one that comes out. Like honestly, I was impressed with Encanto and like Coco when
Yeah.
those two came out.
Oh,
really liked
Coco has my heart.
I
I've
really
only seen
loved
Coco
Coco.
one or two times, but it was pretty good.
Which that's another one that makes me tear when he.
Actually, yeah.
At the very end with Grandmama there, that what makes me tear.
Oh
a
yeah,
bit.
that's
Mama Coco.
Mama Coco.
One that surprised me was Elemental.
I haven't
See,
seen that
I didn't
one.
like that one as much.
Maybe it was
but
McDonald's, but something kind of pushed me away from that movie. Never saw it.
McDonald's.
Yeah, they were doing a big advertising thing with McDonald's.
Oh, I was like,
I
I saw
was
a
about
Big
to
Mac
say.
and I didn't want to watch it.
No, Jack loves Happy Meals, and so we had
Oh.
so many Elemental
Right.
toys, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this stupid movie.
I can't talk about childhood movies without bringing up Studio Ghibli.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like My Neighbor Totoro,
Spirited
Ponyo.
Away.
all of the Spirited. Oh, I haven't seen The Boy and the Crane yet.
I know.
But-
I want to really see that one. I haven't either. We need to go see it.
I haven't seen most of the Studio
Yeah.
Ghibli stuff.
You need to, man, because
They're so good. Like
it's I don't know how to describe, like, watching My Neighbor Totoro. I'm like, this makes zero sense, but I'm in love with it, and it's changing my life.
Is
It's
Ponyo
like-
Studio Ghibli?
yeah,
I've seen that
yeah.
one.
Ponyo is.
Ponyo's weird though.
It's a freaking
Yeah,
weird
Ponyo's
show.
a little weird,
Weird movie.
but it's
Ponyo!
they're very. The best way to describe them, they remind me of like the golden age of Disney. Like they're just so well made and they're
Yeah.
so fantastical, but in a good way. That's kind of how the Studio Ghibli movies are. They're just good. They're all good.
Big Hero
Yeah.
6.
No, you're not allowed after that 6 song.
No, yeah,
No, you're not allowed.
But I love that movie!
Exploded,
No,
exploded.
Tadashi,
Tadashi,
exploded.
You're not allowed.
I can't.
I blame my cousin
No.
who was super into K-pop for some reason, and right when Big Hero 6 came out, and we were making fun of the song, and it just kind of...
No, that you're exempt. You
Hey,
can't like
but
that legally. You're not allowed to like
It's
that
such a
movie.
good movie, though.
I'm more mad that you came up with that before I did, because that's genius. I'm more mad
Just
at
like
that.
you, just like you shouldn't.
No,
Oh,
Well,
my goodness.
this is a lighthearted podcast, so I won't go political or
Nope.
things like that.
We
But
can stay away from
I
that.
feel like, yeah, I'm not going to. Lesson learned. But I feel like why it was such a golden age back in the day is because these cartoons and stuff, like, teleported us to these different worlds, and
Yeah.
you could be immersed in it and not worry about life. And I feel like because
Yeah.
how things have gotten crazy, like recently, they're bringing life into cartoons. Or back in the day, I feel like they were teaching us
Yeah.
lessons, but you were somewhere else
Yeah,
the
they
whole
weren't
time.
bringing the crap going on in the real world into the not real
Yeah.
world that we're...
Yeah, you were still
avoiding.
learning something, because every story has to have some kind of point. But
Like between the lines.
But yeah, they were they were fun. They were fantastical. There wasn't like 30 hidden agendas in there just trying to mash it into your face.
Yep.
And I
Yeah.
almost wonder if that's why I don't like some of the newer cartoons.
That
because
is exactly why I don't like most
feel
of the
like
newer cartoons.
yeah, I don't feel like I'm being as entertained anymore. I feel like, okay, you need to be this way. I just wanted to watch a fun show. I
We
just wanted
watch
to be
movies
entertained.
Yeah.
to escape from the world, right?
Yeah.
Not to go
Exactly.
into a different world to experience the same issues in a different form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just this.
And
not
it's
really-
like, I don't care what your political beliefs are or things like that.
Yeah.
It's just a cartoon. I think here's the problem is recently people keep breaking the fourth wall in cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
fun
oh,
way.
here's the fourth wall. It kind of ruins the entire story.
Yeah.
And then I feel like back in the day that there was a solid like line of the fourth wall. Sure, it talked about real world issues, but it didn't feel like pushed on you.
Yeah,
right?
it wasn't
Yeah.
like run it in. Even in Baldur's Gate, I love the game, but I've noticed some things in there that I'm like, why?
Yeah.
So,
And I mean,
The Emperor scene.
yeah.
If you know, you know.
if you know, you know.
I experienced
Yeah.
that last night.
Oh, you did?
Ugh. Ugh.
Like,
So,
oh.
it's just like, yeah. And
But-
it's just kind
you
of
know,
killing it these days.
There's a time and a place for it, and I think if it was done in a more, I don't know, like a tasteful manner. I mean, yeah, like back in the 40s, like during World War II, like Disney, yeah, they had some pretty hardcore cartoons come out.
Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
those were
but
separate. You knew what you
nowadays-
were getting into when you went to go
Yeah,
see those.
exactly. Yeah, like it was very obvious what they were pointing out, and they made it obvious. And there's some, I think, that they do it in kind of a sneaky way now, that's not so sneaky, so it comes across as just it doesn't read right. Like there's a time and a place
Yeah.
and a way to teach a lesson in a cartoon.
Let it be silly. Let me laugh.
Yeah.
Like that's all. That's all I want.
Yeah.
I just want to laugh for a minute.
Let it be dumb.
Let me watch a sponge and a star go cause mayhem for 20 minutes,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
go on with my day.
Then there's shows like VeggieTales. That was geared towards life lessons.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Get the Bible.
Oh.
Oh, where
those were just-
is my hairbrush?
Is my hairbrush?
Oh, where is my hairbrush? Sorry.
Now it's time for Silly Songs with Larry.
Everybody wants the water buffalo. Yours is fast, but
Yours
mine
is
is
fast, but
slow.
mine is slow. I'm so glad you know that.
It's a lip, it's a lip, it's a lip, 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 it's a lip, it's a lip, it's a lip, 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 it's a lip, it's a lip, it's a lip, 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 it's a lip, it's a lip, lip, lip.
Blip, blip, blip.
It'd be so sad. I'd call my dad. It'd be so sad. You'd call your dad. It'd be so sad.
It's actually you're actually really good
Wow.
at that.
I watched a
Yeah, I
ton
was
of
like, you sound like
VeggieTales
Larry.
growing up.
That's pretty
Heck
good.
yeah. You almost sounded
But-
like Larry. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Thank you. I can do Herbert the pervert and Larry the cucumber, apparently.
Oh,
Not
if
a
I had
good
my
combo.
retainer in, I can.
We
That
are
would
the
be a good collab.
pirates who don't do anything.
Oh, good shows.
I don't even
Good
know
show.
how many voices I can do.
My wife hates VeggieTales. She won't let Jack watch them.
You know, she's like,
Why?
I don't know. I think they're hilarious, but
"No." Oh man. Oh, cartoons. You got
Right, they're just-
I actually quote
They're
VeggieTales all the
so
time, and most
influential.
people don't catch it.
Yeah.
Every time I go light and fluffy. I know you've heard me say that at least a few times, but that's from the king whatever who wants his eggs for his omelet, and there's no eggs left in the kingdom for some reason.
The one that lives
Oh.
rent free in my head is when they do the parody of David and Goliath, and he's like, "Who will fight me?" And it's like this big hairy cucumber.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, ah.
He's got a wart hair on the.
Yeah,
He's a gourd.
and the-
Thank you very much, but
or gourd, yeah. And then the little, I think it wasn't like one of the little broccoli guys that comes out. I'll fight
Asparagus.
you.
the one that lives rent free in my head is the Lord of the Rings one. Toto, baggy pants, ear of corn,
oh yes, the Lord of the
Lord of
Beans.
Lego lamb. Yeah, Lord of the Beans.
Oh my goodness, I forgot about that one, but yeah, that's a good one too. And that was at that weird start where like 3D was just starting to be like
Yeah.
a pretty popular thing. Which,
Yeah.
God, we could do a whole different episode on 3D animation.
That
My
is true.
Goodness.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry. Speaking of 3D animation, what movie hits you with like the biggest uncanny valley? Like it's 3D animation, you see it, and you're like,
Yeah, I was
oh,
trying to
that
think of
just
that
feels off.
earlier, but I can't. There's one, but I can't remember what it's called.
If we're going strictly Uncanny Valley, definitely Polar Express.
Yeah,
I knew you were gonna say that.
Polar Express has a few moments where I was like, ooh, that one's aged a little. But there was one I was watching, what was it called now? It was, I can see the cover of it in my head. What is it called? Oh, Beowulf. They did a Beowulf 3D animated thing, and it was actually really, really
Beowulf?
good. That's another one that's aged a little bit now. But man, back when it came out, it was like, it was crazy.
oh my
It was one of those
gosh.
that was trying to be
friggin'
ultra realistic.
The a Christmas it's the Scrooge. What is that called?
Oh, Christmas
Carrey?
Carol. Disney's Christmas Carol.
Okay, it is a Christmas
Well,
Carol. Okay.
The one
Yeah.
with Jim Carrey.
Yeah, that
right?
one.
That one's so dark. That's like one of the darkest Christmas carols I've ever
Well, I just looked up a couple and that image popped up. I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, that one.
But yeah, that one.
So Disney just released, I don't know if you guys have heard about it. It's called a movie called Prom Pact.
No.
Prom Pact?
Anyway, there's this, it's almost, I haven't seen it, but it feels like a High School Musical part 2. But there's a basketball game, and there's just a row of spectators that is just the worst CGI animated
Really?
people in the entire world. I have to...
We're gonna have to find the clip and insert
Okay,
it.
there we go. Okay. I think it's like a 2-second clip.
Drop it in Discord.
You're gonna have to replay it several times, but you see these basketball players right behind them. This is actually in the movie.
Okay. Okay.
Shout out to Corridor Crew for bringing my attention
Always
to
Corridor, I tell you. It's always that daggum Corridor crew. I love those guys, though.
What?
I learned so much
But-
from them.
You're right. I do have to watch it a couple times because I didn't catch anything. Oh my gosh.
this. It's bad.
Devin sees it.
So, talking about the Uncanny Valley,
Oh.
I'm just wondering what happened there.
I'm gonna guess either they forgot about it or budget. I'm gonna go towards budget. They went, this is a quick movie. Leave it in.
Yeah.
Kids aren't gonna
Let's
notice.
just...
Yeah, that's pretty egregious, actually. I'm kind of surprised that they got away with that one. Like,
I
they're...
think...
Ooh.
Well,
See-
I guess speaking about cartoon and animation, like kind of the golden age is over. I think that's what it is. These large corporations are trying to pump out movies so quickly, where
Yeah.
I know nothing about this topic, but I feel like back in the day, those movies, Brother Bear, Lion King, that era, they were giving people these projects, and it was hard work and overtime and all these things put on, and then now they're just trying to pump out stuff rather than
Yeah.
quantity over quality.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah. Because, I mean, like, especially going way back in time again, like, Snow White, like, that took forever for Disney to make. And it was their first attempt at doing, like, a full-length animated film. But there was so much time and effort and love that went into that. And now it seems like, especially with AI, because some of it really seems like it's just generated on the spot. Like, there's no personality, there's no character. I mean, Bugs Bunny, for crying out loud, like, hilarious. Everyone knows Bugs Bunny. And the original cartoons would take, with a huge team of people, weeks and weeks and weeks to make, even just a 20-minute short.
Yeah.
And now,
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
I should have taken
No,
a
I
left
totally
at
get what you're
Albuquerque.
saying. Albuquerque. Yeah,
But-
like, it just, I don't know, some of them just don't seem the same. I feel like our childhood was really the last of the good quality cartoons. I don't know.
No agendas.
Yeah, every so often one will come out, like the new Studio Ghibli movie, like every time,
Yeah.
special ones like that will come out. Or every once in a while Pixar will have like a really good one like Up or or they'll come out with like Encanto, which I liked. It was all about family.
Yeah.
But there's so much of an oversaturation now. I feel like it's just not the same.
It's not.
Yeah.
So.
Growing up sucks, don't do it.
I mean, there's
That's the
no
lesson
reason
for
why-
today.
Well, I mean, it's like not like the other movies aren't perfect, because there's
Oh, no,
some moments
absolutely.
like
There's still stuff in those.
Peter
movies.
Pan. There's
Oh,
some
yeah.
parts of Peter Pan where I cringe a little bit. I'm like, oh,
Nah.
that didn't age.
Like that TikTok
Too
page,
well.
never pause a Disney movie. And they pause it like the worst time. There's
Yeah,
some that are
but-
pretty,
There's some good
but
ones.
yeah. But there's just not as much artistry in some of it either. Like, some are beautiful, and then there's some you look at and you're like, did you have like a 10-year-old draw that and call it a cartoon?
So how do you think, because Devin here, our local resident, he animates, he
does.
draws. So how do you think AI is going to change the industry? of animating? You being an animator, how does it make you feel?
Okay, I'm kind of I have kind of a duality about me when it comes to this, because I've been asked this before. I think it has its uses. Like, I feel like the animation itself, so obviously animation, you have different frame rates based on what you're doing. So,
Yeah.
and you have what's called an in-betweener. So this is when, like, a lot of cartoons, like, they'll do, like, the main, like, the basic storyboarding and the basic animatics, and then they'll send it off somewhere. Usually it's, like, Korea or something, and then it'll be animated, like, all the in-between frames. So, you know, instead of just getting... You get...
Oh, okay.
I think AI can be helpful in that realm, like, being able to take the artwork that's already been done, which I think should always start hand-drawn. Always, always, always.
Yeah.
That's just me. I know a lot of people will do, like, the tablets, and, you know, they'll do that, which is fine, too, as long as you're, you know, you're still creating something. But I think it has its uses in the actual animating part of it, because AI's gotten smart enough now and good enough now that it can kind of... It can place those missing frames in between so you can get smoother animation. So, like, what's a good example of it? Like, so, like, the new Indiana Jones, I didn't like it, but the opening part where they de-aged Harrison Ford, and it was able to take all those different frames and learn how they do deep fakes, and they learn. You can do that with animation, too.
Huh.
And I think it has
Interesting.
interesting there.
Yet, so.
But the other part of me is, like, I don't feel like it's perfect enough yet still to rely fully on that. Like, I still think the best animation that comes out is stuff that is done painstakingly, frame by frame, with only little computerized elements in it. Because there are some movies that blend it together so beautifully, like you have normal, just traditional animation, then you blend it with the digital stuff.
Oh, like,
So, that was a mouthful.
Into the
sorry.
Spider-Verse?
Exactly.
Or Across the Spider-Verse?
I haven't seen that one yet,
Exactly.
because there's just two-parter.
Exactly.
The second one's a two-parter, right?
Yeah, oh.
So
Yeah,
I
it's
haven't
so
gone
good.
and seen it yet, but I've heard it's really good. The first one is
Yeah.
But yeah,
incredible.
that's a perfect example. That is perfect. Yeah, exactly like that one. They blended it really well. Like, you can blend different animation styles, and even, like, I've been watching the newer Berserk because I really like Berserk, and there's elements in the new version where it's definitely 3D. You can tell it's 3D, but they have places that are still traditional 2D, and it works really well. Like 98% of the time. Every so often you'll get kind of a goofy, weird-looking frame, but that's kind of where I stand on it. I feel like it has its uses, but I still think that the best is
hand-drawn,
when it's done.
painstakingly.
Painstaking, or at least done frame by frame on the computer, instead
Yeah.
of being like, okay, AI, fill in this leg movement, or fill in this gap, and it does some weird wonky, I don't know.
Yeah.
It has its uses.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's quite there yet, but I think it's getting there at a rapid pace, though.
Fair enough.
I feel like...
That's my TED Talk.
Well, like... Well done. I feel like it's going to get to the point where you could just plug in a prompt, like, animate a short story about a bagel. And
Yeah.
then I feel like as an animator or something, I'd kind of feel a little threatened almost, because it's like, well, if technology can do everything, like, I wonder when the first movie full AI is going to come out.
I think we are vastly approaching that, and that's kind of a scary topic. Which
Scary
AI,
thought.
that could be another topic we could talk about one day, is just AI. We could do a whole episode on that, too. That's a dog.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Lola.
she jumped on my lap.
Ben
This
has
is
a
Lola.
dog. Hi, puppy.
Named after your first crush, Devin. Lola Bunny.
Oh,
Just
I
kidding.
like her even more.
Watch
Oh,
out!
she's-
Don't ever let Devin meet your dog. Ben.
No, 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 no. I ain't no furry, creepy
But,
guy.
you
I
know-
just like it.
There's a movie that we didn't talk about that I think we oversighted.
Oh?
Treasure
What
Planet.
movie? Oh.
How did we not bring up Treasure Planet?
I don't know, but yeah, Treasure Planet, that is a gem. That was one of the last great ones they ever did. I loved that one.
That
Oh.
movie was so good.
That was.
You just
that
triggered
was a
another
good
one for me. Road to El Dorado. Or
Yup.
just El Dorado.
Yes.
The magnificent.
I love that one.
So good. Or Atlantis?
There is a spicy scene in that.
Oh yeah, you know what scene we're
You know what I'm
talking
talking about?
If you
Yeah,
know.
when she sits up, the position she's in, they knew what they
Little
were doing.
spicy.
Or like Atlantis, I think we overlooked too. Those are two
Atlantis.
fantastic movies.
Oh, talking about childhood crushes, actually.
Atlantis chick.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
When she like ascends to goddesshood or
Right.
whatever, as a kid, I was like, oh yeah.
And I
What
can
was
say
her
this
name?
because
Kira.
my wife's into Kronk, so it's fine.
Kronk.
Yup.
The Cusco
Squeaker,
for poison.
squeak,
The poison
squeak.
for Cusco. Cusco's poison. Yes.
Right.
Or not Kronk. Gosh,
Spinach puff.
who's the guy who helps out him and
Oh,
Everett?
Pacha?
Yeah. Is it Kronk or Pacha? She's gonna be mad at me now when she listens
It's
to this.
Pacha.
It's
Are
one
you
of those.
thinking
No,
of the
she's
muscly guy or
Pacha.
the big green one?
Yeah, I can't remember now which one she
Big
said. It
green
might be
one.
Kronk. It might be Pacha.
It is
I don't
probably
remember.
Kronk.
So.
Gotta like pot.
Or Kronk with the tent.
Oh, I know
It's
which
just over
character
his
is
waist.
which. I'm just like, wait, did I mix them up?
Pitching
Well,
a
I mean-
tent.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many things. That's why
Oh.
cartoons back in the day were good. They threw in something for the parents.
Yeah.
Just a
Like
little.
the Jimmy
little
Neutron cucumber.
Set on a
Freaking
cucumber
Carl.
once changed my life.
Carl in obsession with Judy.
Jimmy,
Hang out with your mom.
home today?
And your mom's cookies.
I'm
Oh,
dying. You guys
So-
are so good at that.
so many dirty jokes in cartoons. Oh, thank you for all the animators out there that slipped that little funny in there.
Hey,
Jimmy,
Jimmy,
is
is
your
your
dad
dad
Thank
at
you.
work? I need to talk to your mom
About her croissants.
about her croissants.
Croissant.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Who are we?
I don't know. Cartoons.
We're already distracted.
Always.
That's who we are. Always.
When you get three guys with ADHD.
I mean, basically, yeah. Well, I think that's really all I got for today.
Yeah.
I think that was good, though. I really want to go sit down and watch some of those, especially like Atlantis. I don't know.
Treasure
You're right. I don't
Planet.
know
Oh,
how
man.
how we skipped over Treasure Planet, Atlantis, El Dorado.
Well, I was gonna say it earlier,
there's, like,
but then
eras.
we talked about another movie, and it slipped away from my brain.
I do that a lot. Already distracted.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
But
Bro,
I'm just
you're
glad
such
that
a
you guys
nerd.
relate to a lot of the cartoons that I do, and you guys out there who are watching or listening, depending where you're at right now, if you're on Spotify or YouTube. What are some of your favorite animated movies, either now or growing up or both? We'd love to hear them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Let us know. Did we miss any that you guys think needed to be mentioned? Because we probably did.
Yeah.
I don't.
because there's
There are
a
so
lot.
many.
There's a lot. There's a lot of good ones. There's a lot of garbage. There's a lot of good ones too.
Hot garbage.
So, hot garbage.
You're
But,
walking dumpster fire. Sorry, that's my favorite line from Todd.
You're walking dumpster fire. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you on another riveting episode of Already Distracted.
Farewell.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Peace out. Stay safe.